In this video, I want to demonstrate the place catchment um, land use feature definition that we have now. So where I can go in and have it compute the runoff coefficient of a drainage area by looking at land use shapes that I've defined within that area. So in this case, I've previously created a land use shape for pavement and a land use shape for grass. And so in these areas, it's going to be able to pick how much is pavement and how much is grass because it overlaps in both. So in previously, I would have come in and delineated a drainage area and using the place catchment tool, and just like this one. And here's it. And when I assign it a feature definition. And in that case, it looks at a prototype. So for example, the prototype for pavement is hydraulic prototype is pavement. And if I go to components and take a look at the catchment prototype, pavement, its area is defined by a single area. We've added another prototype, land use, you can see here, and its area is defined by land cover areas. So it's going to look at different land use areas that I define with this tool, place land use area. Now, it also has a default value set to zero point 0.5. So if it doesn't, when I place this catchment using this prototype and it doesn't see any land use areas under there, then it's going to assign zero point 0.5 as the runoff. So let's take a look at, um, so previously you come through this method. I've got a single area, 0.95, the whole area gets 0.95. I'd have to adjust that. Now when I place one using I place a catchment using the feature definition land use, it places something of this nature, right? And you can see it's going to use the prototype area defined by land cover area. There's a default value. Now right now the sub areas are set to, there's nothing in the sub area, so it hasn't found the shapes yet. I haven't initiated it to go look for these land use area shapes. So it's set right now, no items in there. Now if I have previously created an area and I wanted to change it, I could come here and change its properties from single area to land cover area. So that's new. Used to just be multiple sub areas in single area. Or maybe I want to change the actual feature definition. So I could come over here and change it to land use. And then it would grab the prototype associated with that land use feature definition. So again, I've got a grass land use under here. It's got a runoff coefficient of 0.35. I've got a pavement land use. It's got a runoff coefficient of 0.95. They span the entire length of my project currently. So there's my grass on each side of the road. So you can see it goes the entire length. But I'm just focusing on these two areas here. Now to go ahead and have it figure out how much is pavement and how much is grass, I have to go over to analysis, and I don't really have to compute the scenario yet. I can just say compute hydrology. It'll go through there and just um, compute the hydrology. It'll let me know when it's finished. And now let me take a look at, let's start with this one. You can see the land cover area collection now says 3 items. If I look in there, I can see that it's figured out that, this percentage of the area or that many acres is pavement. This percentage of the area or that many acres is grass, and there's those appropriate runoff coefficients. It found no other area outside, so none of my drainage area was extended beyond my land use shapes, so that's found zero acreage to assign the default value. And of course, that would be the same with this one. It would have its specific percentages and acreage